What's up, everybody? You now tuned in to the Hey Now podcast, a conversation with a bunch of nobodies. It's been a while. We had to take some time off, figure out some things, man. But we back.
Shout out to the niggas that quit.
Shots already.
No, we're not gonna get that energy right now. We're not gonna get that energy right now, man. But it's your boy Kev. I got the missing puzzle to my five brothers. Finally came on the show.
Finally made time.
Luis Ricardo Guzman Jr.
Bro, that Ricardo part.
You don't like that part? It's on your birth certificate.
Nobody
But yo,
fucking
go ahead.
cares,
You got Bobby Gabby.
It's your man Juan G. Gabby.
Duval.
Juan Duval. Juan Brown.
Cuerpito.
Cuerpito. Cheverito. Cheferito. And you already know that we do it real chiquito.
Yeah, Shaq Head.
Yeah, that's something wrong with you.
Jennings, beloved.
Yo, you got mad people on here.
Yo, go ahead, beloved. Go ahead.
Glad that we're back. I missed y'all.
Sound like a bitch.
I just said that. Then I'll tell you good luck, bro.
Please.
Bro, we all, son, I legit miss y'all. That's crazy, son.
Can I share my feelings?
Go-
But I wanted.
Hold on, we gonna talk about this text. Gabby done started some shit now.
I wanted to give a RIP shout out.
Yeah, my
I'm
mom-
gonna turn off the camera if you say that.
My mom said hi.
I thought you talking about Yankees.
Interrupting.
No.
Oh, my
I'm gonna
fault.
give a RIP shout out to my cousin Eric Kwame. He recently passed a couple weeks back. Great cousin, great relative. You left a lasting impression on all of us. So I wanted to
R.I.P. man.
pay my homage, my proper homage.
Rest in peace.
To who?
Just said it.
Jesus,
RP.
man. First
That's
off,
serious stuff.
I want to start off the show since it's been a while. How's everybody doing?
Good.
How you doing?
Doing all right, man.
Getting situated?
My daughter just
Trying
turned
to.
5 years old.
Let's clap it
Shout
up
out to
for
her.
that. Shout out to her. Clap it up for that.
A bigger shout out because she came out like her mother. So God bless her.
You crazy? She just like her father. She
Oh.
bothers. You already know that a toddler, the toddlers.
All right.
Nah,
So
that's
first
supposed to
off,
go,
We
Yeah,
got
only
everything.
guys understand.
yeah,
understand
we digressing. But first off, I wanna Lou. I'm gonna start off with you with this topic. I don't know if you heard what's recently going on with the Minnesota Timberwolves and Jimmy Butler.
Vive Jimmy Butler.
So
Vive Jimmy Butler.
yes, Vivid Jimmy Butler. Wait, hold on. So recently, I guess yesterday they was playing pickup, not pickup, scrimmage practice, and
He bust their ass.
he
With the
killed
third
them
string. With the
with the
third
third
string.
string, and
Cussed everybody
he
out.
told them, "Y'all can't fucking win without me." So how you feel? How you feel about him?
I mean, from a athlete perspective.
Can I add this piece? They canceled practice and media
Yeah.
session this morning because nobody wanted smoke. But go ahead, Mr. Bruce.
I mean, from an athlete perspective, I understand it. Like, I get it. You gotta be competitive. But from a GM perspective, you don't want that type of guy on your team. That he's calling out everybody else, especially like the star of the team, like Carl Towns. Like, come on, he's gonna be like legit top 5.
If it was a split, you already know the rest of
I
it.
hear you.
He is
I hear
gonna
you.
be a top
But,
5.
like,
He also got to play hard though.
If I was a GM, I'd build my team around Carl Towns and Jimmy Butler. Like, I get it, he's a tough guy, but his ceiling is like, that's it. Like, how much better can you get? You know what I'm saying? Carl Towns, like, his ceiling is high.
Yeah, but your ceiling could also be high, but that don't mean you got that
You're gonna
that
reach it.
grittiness.
Yo,
that
let
don't
me
mean you
cook
got that
ceiling was
toughness.
high.
But
Perfect. That's a
Okay.
fucking great example.
Come on,
bro.
this is what I'm
you
here
going,
for.
you going off expectation
Okay,
of the nigga
okay.
when he proved himself.
okay,
Butler proved himself.
he just mad about his just. I'm gonna keep it 100. He's just mad about his contract. He want a max contract.
Yeah.
But as a GM, I won't give him a max contract because he has a lot of question marks.
What do you mean?
Like
His injury.
his injury, his attitude, his persona, like with other teams, like I wouldn't give him a max, even though he deserves it. You know what I'm saying?
See, stop right
You
there.
sound like a.
Stop right there. This is my whole thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You gotta understand who Jimmy Butler is. Jimmy Butler is a kid who grew up in foster care.
Mm.
was not highly recruited out of high school, had to go JUCO before he got to Marquette, then had to come off the bench, and barely got drafted into the first round.
Okay.
So he has that old school lunch pail, I'm gonna go to work and train like I'm poor.
What perspective you looking at it? Is it from a GM perspective or?
Okay, what's the GM perspective? Because I'm gonna go there.
Let me finish.
Pause. Let me finish. So the GM, right? It's two things. Either you want to win games, or you want to sell tickets.
So,
and that GM is from the Knicks tree. So
Listen,
I'm not
surprised
this fuck shit going on.
So listen to me, right? So let's say you're running a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the people you hire is the people that what?
That work for you.
That work for
this
you.
guy. That's you know what I mean. It's gonna take your company to the next level. And
is he,
bro?
Just
you talking about Azul giving him a max contract when he has a lot of question mark. If you know,
bro, there's no question mark. The facts is there. Can you take us to the playoffs? The answer is no.
No.
You haven't done it. It hasn't been done.
Okay.
Why? I don't understand how you even have legs to be arguing. It's not like you brought us to the playoffs and you arguing that like, oh, I brought the team to the playoffs and nobody is here helping me. You ain't even get us there.
But
for who?
For Jimmy Butler.
No, you see, that's incorrect.
How is that incorrect?
Last season, let me answer. Last season, when he was in the lineup, they was 37-20.
They still didn't make it to the playoffs.
No, they did.
My man Nick said
they were a top 4.
There was a game away last year because my man Nick said it right here.
They were a top.
My man Nick said that.
They played Denver, my man.
They were a top 4 seed. They were a top 4 seed, right? He got hurt.
Wait, this year that passed?
He got hurt on the second ladder of the season, and they barely got in. And that was with Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns running the show.
And Carlos Santana, he's nice.
Right? So he did prove his point that, Karl Anthony Towns is the star to be. Wiggins
I get
is
that,
gifted,
bro.
but
if you
out of the West, they're not going to do shit without Jimmy Butler.
Beloved. He's just mad because he wants a max. Right?
Okay, then trade him then.
Why trying that?
They're trying, but ain't nobody want to take him.
No, Miami wants him. Miami wants him.
They could get him next year, my brother.
Miami
What are you talking about for the L?
So you're gonna hold the man hostage? So I'm gonna make life a living hell for everybody.
No,
you don't want to give me the max? Fucking trade me.
Yeah, but they also had the job not to trade you. They could just have you there chilling. Joakim Noah.
Okay.
Go to the rainforest, my nigga, and go find yourself.
Bad.
All right. I want to switch it. I really wanted to start with this, but now we're gonna get off Jimmy Butler. You watch the fight this weekend?
Yeah.
You watch the UFC?
Vive Khabib. Vive Khabib.
Yes, sir.
Vive Khabib.
You watched by
McGregor is a bird, my nigga. That nigga talks all this nonsense to get washed up.
He got washed twice.
Him
and his homeboys got washed twice.
I swear to God, he took a playbook from Mayweather as far as like talking trash. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like hearing him talk, it's like you kind of like get hyped. But that Khabib, I rocks with him.
Khabib is another pit bull.
That nigga was fighting bears.
He's a dog.
I saw him fight a bear.
You know why I support Khabib?
Oh, for the family? For the culture.
Conor McGregor, when they was here in New York City,
I
in
remember
Brooklyn,
that.
you take a dolly, you attack the bus. You attack the man's religion.
Yo, that nigga selling whiskey though, my nigga.
You had it right there on the ring too.
You attack the man's father. You disrespect his trainer. So after I made you tap out, he made him say uncle. That's what he said.
Facts.
Uncle.
Facts.
Papa, stop. Then the goons came and we're gonna watch everybody.
I ain't gonna like the
he didn't stand a chance.
I ain't gonna like
the
dude with the red hoodie caught him with like a 3-piece no biscuit real quick though.
Yeah, but you saw how he jumped off the octagon though?
No, at the end of the day, that dude with the red hoodie called him like the nigga smart called JR and the little brawl they had. Come on, that shit was some sucker shit. That shit
But he ain't even JR ain't get hit. What are you talking about?
He pushed JR.
Yeah, what is a push?
Marcus Smart, I think he's going through things.
Yeah,
we gotta just leave him alone.
Yeah, you know his mother passed.
He's going through
just
things.
touched him though?
I was fixing his collar, man. That's what we do.
If anything, you're gonna talk about with the hands is Lonzo Ball brother, how he let his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Mellow
smacked that dude.
Mellow Ball.
He would have got washed in the States, though.
Listen, in the States,
Wow.
I don't know his stance is good.
He wasn't
His
letting that
stance
white
was
boy.
good.
What kind of smack was that? He can come do that at your tournament right there?
He might catch somebody.
As long as he got Jello there, ain't nothing happening.
Listen, Mellow Ball.
Jello is a beast.
The way that nigga stand, bro, and the quick reaction, he let it go.
Yeah.
Like, pop, pop. It was
he let his hands go.
I said it to Shaq. I said, yo, Shaq.
He wouldn't have did that in the States.
Yes, he would. Why not? I will slap anybody in any country in any state.
Yo, we gonna switch.
Bang, bang, Seagull, she gang. Early they coming out my hellhole and my blood pressure is building.
Yo, shut up, bro.
Kid, I don't know, man. All right, so we going along. So I wanted to jump on something because I know pause. I wanted to tackle. I wanted to jump on this. You know, I wanted to unpack this just a little bit because you know I know Shaq is passionate about this, but also because Lou. No.
Oh, they suck.
Lou has spent. Yes, they do. Lou has spent some time, you know, in Philly because you know he went to Temple University. So I wanted to ask him with Bill Cosby, you know, being sentenced, you know, for 3 to 10.
Does he deserve 3 to 10, Lou?
You feel me? You from Philly,
Nah,
you know?
man.
I just wanted to
know.
because we can speak about how. Because remember, Temple.
This is sounding suspect.
Bill Cosby did a lot for Temple. So
I
want to know.
Did Temple give the money back?
You know,
bro, I don't know about that. All
what
I know
did
that
Temple did they take everything out? You know how
I remember
was
like my freshman year in college, right, when I first got on campus, there was a whole bunch of like pictures of him and awards on like all across campus. And then as soon as that, you know,
the allegations
I was like, I don't know if it's true or not. Everything came off, like everything, like it was like in a matter of like 24 hours, bro.
They took all the
everything, yeah.
Why Bill Cosby ain't ever slipped nothing in my drink, my nigga?
I think they would have did that if he was white.
I need some money, yo.
Whoa. So now, we discussed a few things on the show. So now we just gonna get into our guest because I know he probably got a long day tomorrow, or he probably just gotta watch some Netflix. I don't know, but I got my good friend Louis Goose, Temple University, professional basketball player, and now he's coaching, you know, in the college ranks, you know, working his way up.
y'all want
to clap?
clap for that. Y'all clap for that.
You know, he messed up my mic, so I really don't want to clap.
Me?
But, that's a mic, man.
That's crazy.
But the reason why I wanted him on the show, like everybody that's been on the show, everybody has a journey. But Lou's journey has been an interesting one. You know, me and Gabby, well, mostly me because it's Gabby, has been, you know, been able to watch Lou, you know, be in the position that he's in right now. So that's my little intro. And I'm just going to let Lou take over. And I want you to start off, because everybody know you from the Heights, but you also live from Bronx.
Yeah.
So,
BX in the fucking building.
oh
my bad.
So,
that's not even something to be proud of, though.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Bugging out, bro.
So,
Bugging the fuck out, right?
So now I want to start off. How was it, you know, growing up in between those two boroughs, and how did basketball come into play?
First of all, I want to say thank you to y'all. Shout outs to y'all, you know, for having me here. I know we had a little falling out for a couple of years.
You want
You know what I'm saying? It felt like a year, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we men now, we talked about it, but shout out to y'all.
That's
man.
maturity.
Yeah, shout out to Kev for always being mature. I don't know about, yo, that why, I swear to God.
Yo, I'm mature. What are you talking about?
What?
Nah, you know what I'm saying?
So,
So,
Nigga, what are you, first of all?
you know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all doing, man, is needed now, man. And I feel like everything is microwave, you know what I mean? You know, these conversations must happen for our generation, you know what I'm saying? Cause everybody just want that fast rap. So
Yeah.
shout out to y'all for creating this, man. This is, dope.
Shout out to us, man.
And I wish success, man. And whatever y'all take it to the next level.
Forward, hopefully, man, hopefully.
I appreciate that, bro.
So nice little intro. Now let's get into that.
So for me, man, I was born and raised right on 177 in Wadsworth.
Put him under the wing when we was younger.
Me and Gabi, we grew up together. Gabi was from a block away, so
He still weight the same?
still weight the same height.
Nah, nigga, I got
Nothing changed.
I got a little knuckle right there. Look at that. Bah, got me crazy.
So,
Yo,
so man, like growing up in the Heights, man, like in the '90s, man, was tough, man. Cause that was like the cocaine era, man, and like either you was selling drugs or you was playing ball.
You had a wicked jump shot?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
And the Heights is me, man. Like I'm proud to say I'm from the Heights because it gave me everything. But in the time when I was growing up, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my pops. My pops was the one that opened Higher Beach for like everybody in the community to play basketball.
Shout out to him. Definitely.
En general.
My father was like a father figure to a lot of dudes out here, man. Cause no disrespect, most dudes ain't grow up with their father. You know what I'm saying? So my father was like the guy the guy at the gym. You know what I'm saying? The go-to guy that
came out for guidance.
And and then when you're talking about the '90s out here, it was like it was like gang related, man, like the Lion Kings and. I mean, I don't want to say names, but
yeah,
it was crazy out here in the Heights. It was crazy out here, man.
Yo, man said Lion Kings. I don't want to say names.
But, you know what I'm saying?
He stopped it right there.
It was tough, man. It was tough growing out, man. And when I was about 10, I fell in love with basketball. Cause remember the crate on 176 in St. Nick and Wadsworth by the phone, yeah. Now it was a riser. Back then it was Bell, some shit like that.
Bell Atlantic.
Yeah. So
fucking history, dude.
I remember Ricky and Jeff playing out there, and that's when I fell in love.
Ricky and Jeff
Greer.
Okay.
And
we hear those names a lot.
Yeah, those guys like to pave the way for our community. You know what I'm saying? They was playing out there with my brother, my older brother. Tryman sometimes to come out and play, but he was a house dude.
That sounds mad racist.
Nah, but Tryman couldn't leave the house. But
crazy. I know what you're talking about, Try.
Nah. Charles was the dude I look up to when growing up, just to play ball.
Yeah.
And then shout out to my parents, for making that happen, bro. Like I don't give my parents credit. It was
shout out to them, cause now most of us they didn't grow up with both our parents in the household.
And it was tough, man. It was tough because it was like 9 of us in the studio. The 9 of us in the studio. It was me, my older brother, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my cousin Eddie, my other cousin Katidian, and my grandfather. So it was just first generation that came from DR, and they was just trying to survive.
Yeah.
And we ended up moving to the Bronx to 177 in Morris. Shout out to Dub City, Keto and Kimba and my people down there and Will. That's when I really learned how to really play ball. When I started playing with
in the Bronx.
In the Bronx with my black people. Nah, I'm keeping 100. My brothers. You know what I'm saying? Me and Keto used to go out in 117 in Beacon.
Shout out to my man Keto.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
Shout out to 117, man.
Facts.
Went to that
I
school
went
too.
there.
117,
Yeah. 176, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I gave you buckets in that school.
Yeah. So
I gave you buckets. Fuck you talking about?
So then
I don't even know how to spell buckets.
Yeah, I do.
Let's not digress.
We digress.
Keep going.
I went out there, and that's how I really learned how to play basketball. Like in the high school, we was worried about crossing people and making guys look stupid. But in the Bronx, it was like, yo, you have to hoop,
and you have to stop somebody.
Yeah. So there was like 117 was like a block away from my house, and they had this after school program where you can play from 4 to 6, and if you lost, it was like 30 cats in there, man, just trying to stay on, because if you won, you kept going. So
You was getting dogged?
Yeah, I was like the youngest guy there. It was
Respect.
my man Jimmy that played at Rucker that was there. Keto, DJ,
DJ.
Kemba was still a baby. Like, I won't say he was still a baby, but he was young. His brother, but Fresh Montana used to come play with us too. Shout outs to him. He's big now, but he was like from up the block.
Yeah, he was with us. Kareem.
So then from there, man, I played like in the 6th grade tournament, and remember Chico, Dog Power.
Set the dogs on. Of course, I remember Chico.
Chico, man, was like the guy that set me off, man. He like set me up where he used to pick me up and take me around the city and play in Citywide, UDC, Rod Strickland, Rucker, and that's like when everything just started like
I'm a UDC legend.
Yeah.
So, how did you get? All right, so everybody, all the top players in New York City go to school in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
You was a top player in New York City, but you actually went to school in New Jersey, Paramus Catholic. Shout outs to them. We actually dogged them summer tournament, killed Lou, but that's a different conversation. But
so how was us? We went out there
and how was the
Lou
trip?
was busting somebody's ass and they threw something in a bottle there.
I remember that.
And we was gonna wash the whole gym.
It was against Passing Catholic, Jordan Theodore. Yeah.
How was the commute?
But now, before that, before we get there, I want to just walk you through like the city, man. You know what I'm saying? And you remember that we used to play with like the Gauchos, Riverside, and I started ringing bells. Like I was like the top 8th grader in the city, and the Gauchos saw me, and Mark Jones, shout out to Mark Jones, he kind of stole me from Chico. I played with the Gauchos my 8th to like 10th grade, and I played with Curtis Kelly, my boy Edgar Sosa, Cash, Darryl Crawford, Antoine.
Squad.
We had a nice squad, man, and then it's like it was dope. And then Mark Jones had to connect with a coach in the Paramus Catholic, Rich. He passed away last year. So from there, me and Edgar and Cash and Curtis, we all agreed that we was gonna go to the same high school. Either it was St. Raymond's or Rice.
That would have been interesting.
And then the Paramus Catholic opportunity presented itself. We all went to go visit. At the end, they all.
You guys all went to Paramus Catholic to visit.
Yeah, we was like the top 8th graders in the city.
Okay.
So we made a pact like, we're gonna go to the same high school.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't work out like that.
Okay.
I ended up going to Rice and
Nigga, all the niggas
Rice.
end up going to Rice.
So I'm not gonna let you off the hook. The 4 of you had a pact.
Yeah.
3 out of the 4 went to Rice. You went to Jersey.
You trying to unpack that?
Yeah, we need to unpack that.
For me, it was like I was like, I saw Paramus Catholic and I was like, man, this don't look like my community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like.
You made a pact with 3 other guys. The 3 other guys, Cash, Edgar Sosa,
Curtis
Kelly.
Graders.
They went to the same institution. You went to another institution.
I mean, for me, it was an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I was going somewhere different from the community that raised me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw something like I just saw something different. I saw a challenge. I saw a different opportunity. And thanks God it worked out. You know what I mean? I took a leap of faith and I just went out there. It was a grind. It wasn't easy, man.
I was just going. How was the commute?
Man, it was crazy, man. I used to get up at 5 o'clock, 4:30. I used to take the 36 bus.
You did it for 4 years.
I did it for 3, and then I had a little whip my senior year.
Okay.
Little Diamante.
Diamante.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stories, man. A lot of stories were shared in the
So then I used to wake up at 5 a.m. I remember to be on the 5:15 bus. What's that?
I'm clapping, my man.
5:15 bus, 36. This dropped me off on 179th from Broadway. Remember the dollar buses next to the Papa John's? I used to hop on a dollar bus all the way to Garden State Mall. then I used to take the 163 bus there. I remember like it was yesterday. If I missed that bus, the next one was coming.
This is school.
This is the school when I was 14
High
years old.
school.
I never make that commute unless it was for some pussy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It was not going there.
Grind, man.
That is crazy.
And
I
we not
wouldn't
talking.
even.
And
I
we
wouldn't
not.
even have did that.
And we're not talking about going to school, classes, practice, or game, then heading back home.
Yeah, it was tough, man. You know, shout out to my boys in Jersey.
Yo, that's
man.
shout out to you.
Clap it
man.
up,
Shout out to you.
That's dedication. That's
Oh, work.
I want to try to tell my nephews to try to go to school in high school in Jersey
Bro,
and see what they tell me right now.
Just think about like this.
That's crazy.
When you was 14, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that right there, like built a lot of character, man. Because it was like something different, man. Like I knew that I loved that school. I loved the opportunity, and you know, I didn't want to go to high school out here. So, like I said, I took the 163 from Garden State Mall to Paramus. And he used to drop me off right across the street from Joe. What's his rapper name?
Joe Button.
Joe Bun, not Joe Bun. Fat Joe's crib. It was in Paramus, and how I know this because everybody used to talk about it. Then he used to drop me off like I would say like 3 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I used to walk about 3 blocks to get to school at 7:50. So, and then class.
That's crazy.
It was tough, man. It was tough. It was a grind. So
So now you're at Paramus. You do your thing at Paramus. You know. He caught an L by FDA lines. You know, Kevin Lanaus put the shackles on him. You know, he remember that. My man Steve had the Kanye pepper going.
oh yeah.
But we won, and we was smart. That's why
It's
he was
fine.
tough.
It's fine. Yeah, because that was
we
that was
had
playing,
good grades,
bro.
and we was dogging you.
Bro, they was playing like
You got your ass cut by a bunch of
Bro,
nerds.
it was like-
It's alright.
there was a bunch of nerds. That was goons.
Yo,
That's
he
a
was
fact,
nut-
though.
Bro.
We was nice. We was
He
nice.
played with you?
He was in with the FDA with me though.
We was nice. We was nice.
That was you know what was that coach's name?
Pat
Megan.
He was a good coach, man. Now that I'm on the coaching side, like what he
Bro,
did, like goes a long way, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't see those type of coaches,
Nah.
you know, at that level.
He was
like,
the Coach
yeah,
Carter
yeah,
before Coach Carter.
yeah.
It was legit. Like,
All right, so you went to Paramus Catholic. You got like 3 state championships at
Nah,
Paramus
man,
Catholic.
I never won anything, man.
What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Temple University. You did your
You
thing.
said
said
3
Paramus.
state. Who the fuck is state? Where do you get 3 state
Anyway.
from?
Anyways,
Nigga just
yo, before we started this podcast, I was talking about Beloved, like how education is so important. How I struggled my freshman year at Paramus Catholic. I was born, raised in New York, and I went to elementary school, went to junior high school in the Bronx, and then when I got to school in Jersey, Jersey, like the education level was totally different, man. It was like night and day.
I'm pretty sure your English was still shaking.
Nah, it was always good.
better than Gabby's.
Nah, that was pretty good.
Let's just
Back
keep it
word.
going.
Oh, that's
so,
crazy.
so then, I was telling Beloved how I struggled, man, like my freshman year, because I was in class, like, man, like, all these, like, stuff, yeah, like, stuff that they was teaching us here, that a freshman in Jersey was, like, so beyond, like,
So advanced.
yeah. And it was, like, it took me a while, man, like, to really, like, understand it, but I struggled, man, And,
But you was able to
Yeah,
adjust.
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's the main thing, because you also got to take into account, you're going from a place where it's kind of like loud and noisy, you feel me, coming from the heights, and now you're going to school where it's quiet, and you're not used to that environment or how the education system. So it happens. I know it happened to me my first year of college. But now you're at Paramus, and you decide to go to Temple University. But John Chaney, the great, the one who set the goons out in Kentucky, right? Was it Kentucky?
it was
UMass.
Yeah.
Real
Oh, he tried to blitz on John Calipari in the middle of the press conference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was actually Lou was actually his last recruit.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
great John Chaney.
So
What was that process like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I never
wait,
knew.
how it came to be.
Before we get all that to college, man. No, I got it.
La batería.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Terrell McKenzie. Remember Terrell?
That's who I was gonna.
That's my
that you
brother,
forgot to
man. Like,
mention,
yo,
Yo, he's gonna wash niggas up with him too. He's crazy.
Yeah, he was.
They're nice.
He was
Between
nice,
those
man.
four
Like,
lines, yo,
yeah, he was
got
tough,
it.
man. Like,
I seen
he
him, bro.
was an animal, man. When I got to Paramus, like I never won a championship. So I always wanted to win, but we always like fell short. So I wanted to get that out there.
Oh, okay.
So my sophomore year, I started killing. I left the Gauchos because they had a squad, and I wasn't trying to make that commute from Jersey to the Bronx.
So that's when you linked up with the players, right?
Players,
New Jersey players.
New Jersey players. The New Jersey players. Coach Jerome Smart saw me my freshman year, and I killed Hackensack High School, and from there, man, my life changed. They took me aboard. I was playing like elite every summer.
So who are your teammates?
My teammates, man, we had
Twins.
Terrell,
Mackenzie.
Terrell, what's my boy's name? I can't think of the name right now. Kimani Barrett, Nick Veer, that worked at Game 7. Corral Calhoun, that played at St. John's. Wellington Smith, that played at West Virginia.
My man E5.
E5, Earl Clark, that played at Louisville. Gerald Henderson, that played at Duke. Wayne Ellington played at North Carolina. So we had and we had Victor Cruz on our team.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
That's crazy.
we was like the bad boys in AU, man. Like
That's crazy.
we was top 5 in the country, man. We used to like really
Like dudes.
when AU was AU basketball, we was
AU basketball was a little different, man.
like I remember all our AU games. There used to be like 30 head coaches watching our game. And we're not talking about mid-level, high major like NBA scouts. So it was, I was cool that I was the point guard on that team. So it was dope, man.
I like that.
And then from there, my 2 schools that I wanted to go to was Florida State or Florida.
Why?
Because I always had a thing for Florida, and Kevin got me know, like I always wanted to move to Florida.
Back and forth.
Yeah, because like Florida,
peaceful.
for me, man, right now, if I had a good job, I moved out of Florida, man, because Florida's dope. So I remember in Arkansas, we played against Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly. Okay.
He was playing with one of the AU team out there, and
You put the clamps on you?
Nah. This is when I was.
Oh, this is when you was.
Yeah, I was top 100 in the country.
My fault.
We went at it in front of the coach from Arkansas. He ended up coming into Arkansas, and I remember the coach from Florida State was there. He called Jimmy Salmon like, "Hey, yo, we want to offer Luis Guzman a scholarship, man." I was hyped. Like, this is my dream school. And UCLA, too. I want to go to UCLA.
So you wanted to be somewhere warm.
Somewhere sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere dope. Where you can,
Nigga,
what
that's 2 blocks from the projects. Nigga, that's 2 blocks from the projects.
Luke, where you want to go? Where you want to go to school at, man?
Bro,
That shit gotta be sexy.
my top 3 schools was Florida State, UCLA, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was like my dream schools, man.
Nigga said, listen,
You
I
said
went from
they
the
were-
Bronx,
I
I went to Jersey, now I'm trying to move.
Nah, they was on it, and then, I kind of fell off going into my senior year because I got hurt. I pulled my groin. But, yo, bro.
Yo, it's not that great.
So then, they offered me the scholarship. Came home, like, yo, I had like a whole bunch of interests from like different schools in the city, and Florida State was like the school that I wanted to go.
That's where you had your heart.
So I remember Coach called my coach, Hunter Campbell, that played in the league with the Lakers. He was like, "Hey, we want Luis to come down and visit." So the visit was set. Like the next day after, they called me back. It was like, "Yo, we just took a commitment from Juan Soto. No, not Juan Soto. No.
First of all, the nigga said Gary's name.
No. He was a Puerto Rican guard.
Okay,
I know who I'm talking about.
This in the group chat.
No. What's his name? Juan.
That's-
No. It was Juan Soto. It was something like that. He ended up going to Florida State. Took my scholarship. Edgar about it.
Gabi took his spot.
Yeah, it was God. Bro, and I was tight. I was tight, bro, because I was so gassed. I was going, on the visit, I was going to commit. And
that's why NCAA ain't shit. So you call a kid, you offer the kid a scholarship.
Right.
Now you get a commitment from another kid, and they're like, psych. That's why I'm always for players holding institutions and corporations hostage.
But the thing is,
That's
bro,
some fuck
it's like
shit.
you gotta,
That's some fuck shit.
I get it.
It's okay. You got your master's degree.
Yeah.
Say it with me. But that's some fuck shit.
Nah, I can't say all that, man. But
okay, sorry,
and then,
NCAA. Don't come for him, please.
So Kev, then boom, right? You know, I was confused a little bit because, like, you know, I was like, yo, what school I'm gonna go to? You know, I see everybody committing. Shout out to Edgar, he committed to Louisville. Cash committed to UConn. The Seton Hall. Curtis committed to UConn. James committed to Quinnipiac. So, you know, I was like, damn, man, like, you know, what's my school? And then, you know, like I said, I mean, God works in mysterious ways. Mm-hmm. So, Coach Chaney called Jimmy Salmon, and assistant coach, and said, hey, you know, he's interested in Luis Guzman. Is he available? I was like, you know, when they told me Temple, I'm like, I remember Temple watching him, Len Greer and Pepe Sanchez and all those guys. And I'm like, yo, hold up, you know, this is, you know, this is like
still a situation, right?
Yeah, it's a situation. Because the point guard I was there got drafted by the Knicks, Marty Collins.
Oh, okay.
So
he's the one that Melo duffed out.
Yeah, that's my man, though. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Melo duffed him out. Melo duffed him out.
Yo, listen, I love Melo.
Melo duffed him out. He didn't run. This is what happened.
Right.
No.
We're not gonna get into this.
No.
That's a dub.
Anyway, so
he duffed him out and backed up.
Melo let it go.
He let it go and backed. I gotta see what's going on.
That's what you do.
You gotta back up.
You hitting.
You gotta back up. No,
I know I love Melo.
Yo, so
he did not run.
So you know, my senior year.
Shout out to J.R. Smith too. He caught money.
Yeah. Shout out to J.R. Yeah. So my senior year, I committed to Temple. Boom. You know, I'm killing. I'm like top 5 in North Jersey. I'm killing Teaneck. I'm killing Hackensack, Bergen Catholic, Don Bosco, St. Joe's.
Don Bosco.
Shout out to my boys from St. Joe's and McCourty twins. They both play in the NFL.
My God.
You know, it's a great friend of mine. You know, I was killing them, and you know, I ended up going to Temple. So that summer, when I was going to school, I see on the news, Coach Chaney retires.
Mm-hmm.
So
you like, damn, not this shit.
Yeah, I was like, damn, like here we go again. You know, the coach that brought me to the school and then leaving. High school happened to me my freshman year.
Okay.
Tony Campbell took the job. Now I'm in college. The same thing happens again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn. So Coach Fran Dunphy takes over. You know, I basically was like an adapted child to him because he didn't recruit me.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I know he was like a Ivy League Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame, but like one of the greats in Ivy League.
Princeton.
Yeah.
Type shit.
And you know, it was tough. It was tough because my style of play and the way he coached was totally different. So it was night and day. So you know, get to Temple.
So you get to Temple. You have, you win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're probably one of the most decorated guards.
Coffee's
to put
ready.
on, coffee's ready. To put on Owl's, uniform. But can we just for a little bit, just talk about, you said this is for our hoopers.
Mm-hmm.
You said that your coach, you got your game didn't kind of like mesh. At some point, did you feel like, man, I should get out of here? And why did you decide to ride this? Why did you decide to ride it out?
So then again, it goes back to me living at the Bronx, me taking 3 buses, me grinding 4 years for a better education to better my family situation. That's stuff that's embedded in my head. Like I never been a quitter. So and us men, when someone says no to us, it's like, nah, yeah, I'm gonna find a way.
Mm-hmm.
But that situation, I was coming in the conference, top 5 freshmen coming in the conference. I didn't play my whole freshman year. The coach that was there didn't recruit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a tough situation, man, because they're going from playing elite, top player, killing AAU, playing on the Dominican national team, winning silver. You've been here, and then when you get to school, you do. That's the first time that I did that with adversity. And you remember those nights we had conversation?
Pause. You said remember those nights. You got to
yeah, pause. Yeah, you remember those nights of conversation?
A lot of conversations, man.
Man, it was a lot of therapy, man. When it was me, when it was Gabi, when it was James, when it was Edgar, when it was you, You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of, those nights that damn, if I didn't have that friendship, no, I would have, risked it all. So then it goes back to my family. Like, I want to prove them that I could do it. So freshman year, we like 12 and 18, one of the worst record that Temple ever had. And shout out to Temple. They're like the fifth most winning program in Division I. So they, I think it's North Carolina, Duke, Syracuse, and us.
UCLA's not in the top one?
Nah, I think we moved up.
Okay.
Because it was 6 and we moved up because a couple of
No,
things that happened. Yeah,
no
yeah.
W's been taken away.
Because like in the 80s and 90s, man, we was like the Dukes, and you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah, because we had Eddie Jones, Eric McKee, and Rick Brunson. But sophomore year, remember the end of my freshman year, we went to Louisville and we had that. Remember across the border, Sakillo and all that? When you disappeared, the vanish?
No, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
you remember
if that would have happened, that night would have happened, that probably would have been the biggest sin
Drew.
ever committed in my life.
Let's do
But they did it. Hey now. So
Okay, let's go.
keep going. Let's keep going. Before
now.
Gabby throws up. Hey now. Nothing
then-
happened. Go ahead.
So then, we went to Louisville, was working out with Edgar and his trainers and all that, and seeing my boy Edgar, like, having the freshman that he had, it was dope, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, my man's getting it done, like, I gotta work harder, you know what I'm saying? So, sophomore year, I ended up starting, after like the 5th game. We ended up winning the conference championship, beating St. Joe's to go to the NCAA tournament. Lose against Michigan State. My junior year, I thought everything was cool. I was coasting. I was like, I'm gonna come back and be the starting point guard again and get back and win another game in the NCAA tournament. Adversity happened again. The first 9 games, I led I led the country in assists. I was averaging like 5 or 6. And then my coach took me out the lineup because whatever reason he wasn't winning. And after that, it was like he put me in, he wouldn't put me in. So after a while, it kind of frustrated the player. Like, damn,
Did
man.
it fuck with your confidence?
Hell yeah.
Every time
Hell
you was in there,
yeah.
if I did a mistake, I was worried
Yeah.
instead of just playing.
Yeah, man, like it changed me, man. Like, the way I think, like. But then again, it made me stronger. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it wasn't given to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
And also, adversity builds character.
it does. Then my senior year, man, I was just like, wouldn't put my head down and just work. We won 29 games. We was ranked 12 in the country. We beat Villanova when it was ranked 3 in the country at home.
That'd be a couple people.
Yeah. We was dumb, man. But we always fell short in the NCAA tournament. We lost to Cornell, man. I think they shot like 67% from the field. But on
Just
top,
had an unbelievable night.
but on top of that, man, I was able to win 3 championships. Went to the tournament 3 times, and coming from my circumstance, like, bro, like, you don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, a lot of people don't even to the NCAA tournament, bro.
I mean, I got there 3 times, but I never got to the next
But
stage.
you
I got
there.
there.
You know how many players play
Yeah.
college basketball and don't even, they're not able to.
But
Me,
you
my
sniffed
nigga,
the
I couldn't even
NCAA
make it to the
tournament.
Division 6 championship.
I actually
game,
made
man.
I don't know.
So,
This nigga said Division 6.
but on top of that though, it was
I
like
went to the NCAA tournament. James didn't. That's the only thing James don't got.
he was close though, man.
He was.
He started crying.
Yo, stop. Yo, stop.
Bring that picture.
Yo, stop.
Bring that picture.
So, then, you there, you're like, damn, man, I'm not supposed to be here, you know what I'm saying? So, coming from our situation, where we from and things we see, like, yo, man,
It's just different, right?
yeah, we're supposed to be cab drivers and bodega owners, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stereotype. And then, like, the dopest thing about it was, like, when I graduated, man, I graduated 3.5 years. A business degree.
So I want to unpack that.
Mhm.
So
You're like unpacking a lot of stuff, my brother.
No,
You gotta stop
we have to.
unpacking.
because as a student athlete, academia is not a high priority. So the
Right.
fact that you
Especially
were
now.
able to handle a rigorous athletic schedule, but still manage to get your degree in 3.5 years? What
Right.
motivated you
For
to
me
make
was
that a priority?
I was trying to be at school as much as possible because I wanted to play.
Mhm.
So my coach told me, he was like, hey, you know, if you come to summer school, you can graduate early. So for the last 3, like from my freshman year to my
That
senior
nigga Lou
year,
used to be home in the summertime
in
for
school.
like 2 weeks. After that, he
I
used to
was
stay
in
fit.
school because like my senior year, like my last semester was cruise, man. Like I you know, I didn't have to go to class, but I took like rock climbing and gym.
Yeah.
I already graduated.
Niggas had to rock climbing.
Yeah, bro. Like you know, you gotta think about being an athlete, man. That's a full-time job, man. Class, study hall, weight room, the pressure of winning, papers,
Media commitments.
Get out of here, man.
So you ain't never choke your chick in college?
So anyway, man.
We're digressing. All right.
Yeah. So then,
I was actually going to jump into, because now you highlighted the whole education part. So you said you graduated in 3.5 years. After that, you decided to play, you got a chance to play professional basketball, right? And what are some of the stops,
So when I got done playing, I took my first job was in Slovakia.
So what?
So
Slovakia.
But
Eastern Europe.
quickly though, you didn't have aspirations to play in the NBA?
I did.
Everybody did.
I did. Then reality hits. You know what I'm saying? You like.
So you didn't submit your name for the draft, nothing like that?
Nah, cause like my stats wasn't there. Like I got a lot of wins, but you see my stats. My stats was like average 5 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. But like our offers was like Ivy League, where like it was like 7, 8 of us, and we all averaged like 6, 7 points.
Everybody had to eat.
Yeah, so it was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a school where you average 15. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had aspiration, but reality hits, and you do what you gotta do. Yeah. So I ended up going to Slovakia. That was tough. My first job. Before I went out there, I was with the Dominican national team, and remember that stop in DR? We was at Costa Caribe. Remember that?
We was at the resort?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo, Drew,
I love that resort. Yo, I'm still trying to find that.
There's a bag behind it. Can you pass it to me? I got a present for you, baby.
Oh, I'm getting gifts on live? What's back?
I got a present for you, baby.
What's that?
This right here, you remember when we was by the pool, right? And you disappeared, and you was messing with my uncle. Like, yo, Kev, don't mess with my uncle. He's a heavy hitter. Don't.
Yeah, that nigga had me lit for 3 days.
Yeah,
from 8 a.m., dog.
Yeah, so, if you remember this situation right here, this will mess you up,
that
bro.
Was bad.
This will mess you up. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember her.
Yo,
I remember her.
Yo, your man Kev.
I remember her.
It's a white tee. Yo, your man Kev just disappeared with some.
Disappeared.
Can I?
You can say what you. Hey,
speak your mind, brother,
speak
man.
your truth. That's
So,
my passion.
We need to know what the founder did. We need to know.
My uncle.
Show the bar.
My uncle, man.
Extra vieja, wait.
He could drink. You know what I'm saying? So when I was out there at DR, like trying with the national team, and then we was done. And Kev went out there. Went to the resort with my family. Kev was out, and then there was a girl. Little girl that was eyeing my man.
No, she wasn't little.
Nah, she was
She
was a joint.
She was drunk.
And I was telling Kev, yo, Kev, stay away from my cousin, my uncle, because he can drink. Kev, like, yo, I can drink. This is nothing. Like, this is nothing. Whatever. Yo, the night came. Nobody saw Kevin for like a day, bro. Like, he disappeared, bro. My man, my older brother, yo, where Kev at? He's like, yo, I think. Yeah, so my man was in the beach, he got the Bugatti to the head, and then he disappeared, man.
That was the last you seen?
Bro, my parents like, yo, where's Kev at? And we saw Kev the next day coming out the beach, holding the hand with the white joint. I was like, oh, man. So,
life,
I was in DR, and I saw that. I thought about you, man. I was like, man.
Pass me that shot real quick, bro. Can you bend down? Appreciate you, man. Pause. It's about time you started showing some love, man. So now, Lou, we got the little DR thing going on. So you went to Slovakia. And what else?
And I got hurt, remember?
You got hurt in Slovakia.
Back injury.
And then you was trying to, you was still trying to give it a go.
I was, man. And it's like, again, it goes back to me being a kid. traveling from New York to Jersey, that college situation with my college coach didn't work out my first year, fighting through at first. So I had a back injury my rookie year at the Slovakia. Came back home, did therapy with Rob. Shout out to Rob.
Shout out to Rob getting all the players good, man. Shout out to my guy.
I did therapy with Rob, and I think it was around the same time I got that leg injury. So we bonded with that. It took me a year to get back right. I had back surgery, and
that sounds
crazy. Yeah, man. Like
that sounds crazy. I got knee surgery, but back surgery.
Yeah, man. It was L504. I had a microdiscectomy, man. And
I don't even know what that means,
bro.
That sounds crazy.
That year, bro. That year was probably the most depressing time of my life, man.
Sounds like a tarantula crawled in your back.
Yeah, man. It was like, you work hard your whole life for this moment to go pro. In your rookie year, you deal with an injury that, you can't really control. So here's a kid that's...
So it's not like you did something.
Nah, it was just something that was bound to happen. So I ended up going out there, hurt. I came back to the States, back to Temple. Got the surgery. I was out for a year. Rehab, got in tip-top shape. Took my first job, Dominican Republic with the Leones. Ended up winning the championship. I got Rookie of the Year out there. This is like me a year without not playing. From there, I think I went from there with the national team. What was it?
You went to Mongolia?
Nah, Mongolia was tough.
That's when you had all the fake Yeezys.
Yeah, nah, I had no.
Yeah, I'm still with that bag. You had
watching the makeup?
Bro.
He was watching the makeup?
Boy.
You can say, yo, I need
Shaq.
Drew.
He said, what color you need?
Drew. I was out there just like walking around. Ain't no Mongolian Chinese like right next to each other. Yo, bro, they had every pair of Jordans. Known the color like
nigga said no,
bro.
All I'm saying,
stuff
Shaq,
that you never seen in your life.
You cop though?
Nah, hell no.
I should have though.
All I'm saying is he came back with 2 duffel bags.
With no boxes.
No boxes.
Solid shit right there. The plastic bags.
I put in a group chat.
Jumpman
In a group chat, I was like, yo, look, who want these?
He at first one asked for it.
Yo, size 6, 5. Yo, give me 2 pairs.
Got those in the small.
You know what I'm saying? But from there, from DR, I ended up going to, I think it was Denmark. And Denmark was dope, man. Like Copenhagen and
Copenhagen.
Bro, Denmark is one of the coolest spots in Europe I've ever been.
That sounds. Yeah.
You played or worked?
Played.
How old were you when you were out there?
I was 22, 21, 22.
Ooh, he's wilding.
3.
Young, that's lit.
But I was still at that back in my mind. Like
Young black man in Europe.
Like, I'm Poppy. I'm a Poppy.
Yeah, that's Poppy.
Yeah.
That's Poppy.
Poppy shampoo.
Poppy shampoo.
Boy, don't hear that no more. It's champagne Poppy now. It's Poppy.
For real.
Yeah.
That's what you was doing out there.
And I was like,
taco meat is out.
I was probably like 209.
He ain't wear the thong sandals too. He didn't wear regular foot.
True.
That's Europe shit right there. Europe shit right there.
So
Look at this nigga beloved.
Braided belt type shit.
Braided belt type.
Braided belt type shit.
So
That's what you was doing out there.
yeah.
The Euro
Because of my father told me how to do it. And then these cats, that's the time I used to wear little tight jeans and t-shirts and bags.
So you was ahead of the curve.
way ahead of the curve.
When Dominicans was just doing that.
Nah, it was like that. I got my inspiration from Pharrell.
Oh, so you was a Soho nigga before you was a Soho nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my man's over here. I used to wear Converse and Vans and Gabi,
Kev took your swag.
Yo,
Hold up.
Alright.
I'm gonna take it there. And then Egg and all of them, used to roast it. Yo, you ain't Converse. You wearing Vans. Somebody wearing that. Yo, your jeans is tight. Yo, why you keep wearing t-shirts? So I'm gonna fast forward 2 years later. Who's wearing Converse still to this day?
Kevin.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Who wears Vans still to this day?
I'm not going front.
You know what I'm saying?
You were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, like I was
I ain't
no
gonna lie, I used
fashion,
to look
man.
at this
So
like,
so when you was in Euro, and they seen the Latino heat,
Yeah,
it was
Eddie Guerrero.
trouble over there.
bro, they used to call me Poppy, man.
Oh,
you know.
okay.
So then,
But you was, you was
yo, Denmark, bro, Denmark was one of the.
So you got kids in Denmark.
I'm not saying all that. I'm married now, bro.
yeah, you're not saying
Wow. Yo,
I have to ask the controversial.
I ended up going to Denmark. You know, my back started messing up with me again. So here we go again. You know that negative.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you know, my back goes out. What happens next?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So then, end up keeping the team in the first division. Went back to DR, played in Santiago, played against Madrid, and all these cats. And ended up winning the championship there. Got back in the national team. Then from there, I think I played in Spain. No, I'm lying. I went to Mongolia, Asia.
Got the Yeezys.
Got the Yeezys for you, size 5.
Don't do that, son.
Won the championship there. So
and Mongolia.
in Mongolia, and they love basketball. Like that side of the world, man. Like it's basketball diehard fan. So
That's crazy,
bro. The crazy thing about Mongolia was, to me, was like, yo, I never heard of Mongolia till I played out there. So
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So again,
What the fuck did you eat out there? Cause that's what I want to know.
bro, noodles and cereal, bro.
Nigga said noodles and cereal.
Bro.
Nigga,
like that.
Bro, I wasn't trying to eat no meat out there, bro.
pause.
No. Yo, the crazy thing about it, bro, when I first got there, it was negative 40 degrees, bro.
No more.
Nigga said negative 40.
Negative 40.
The option was bad. With negative 16, negative 40.
Yeah. Bro, I thought there was like, yo, when you come, bring like
That's the
two
type of cold that hurts when you
Bro,
step
nigga.
outside.
Mongolians,
Nose
bro.
hair is freezing.
Mongolians, bro, are the toughest people on planet Earth, bro. Toughest people I've seen
Nigga,
in
how
my
you
life.
play basketball out there?
Bro, it was hell. Bro, I was trying to get cut, bro. That's how, bro, the coach was like Coach Carter on steroids. The gym was cold. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not a track
Nigga
star,
said
bro.
The gym was cold.
Bro, it was negative 40, bro.
You was out there in practice with a bubble coat?
Facts.
Nigga running plays with a scully.
So,
Facts, at least.
nah, but it was,
Nigga running in thermals.
bro,
Full
it was,
thermals.
but the experience was dope, man. I never, like,
Nah, that's some other shit. I ain't even gonna front yet.
Bro.
That gotta be some other shit.
But the crazy thing about it, right, like us, Puerto Ricans, Dominican, when you call a Dominican Puerto Rican, they get offended. So it was this guy on my team named his name was Chung, and he used to call me little words, and I was like, yo, you Chinese, bro. He wanted to fight me, bro. Like, yo, I'm not Chinese, I'm Mongolian, cause like the history back then, it was like if you go back in time, they always been beefing.
Mm-hmm.
So they look Chinese, but they act more Russian, like they had like the Russian culture, but. Bro, when I say negative 40 degrees, you know what's negative 40 degrees, bro?
No, I don't.
Bro, and there's people out
I
there,
wanna know.
bro, there's people out there like grinding, like selling socks, candy, negative 40 degrees. And I'm like,
Nah, you bugging
bro,
out.
you could throw water in the air
And
and
shit
it,
freeze.
bro.
I know, cause when we was in Clarkson, we got negative 16 was the lowest I seen, and I didn't go outside.
Big facts.
No class.
So again, so
Made
again,
my weed man come in.
tripping, bro. Yo, then again, so my back started acting up. I knew I was done playing basketball a year before. I knew I was it was
Before you really
I
made
knew
the
it.
decision, yeah.
But I didn't want to give it up because I love basketball so much, and I'm like, yo, what I'm gonna do? But the cool thing about it, yo, I got to meet the Mongolian president, bro. Like, I shaked his hand, went to the White House. Like, bro, that's like top of the line, bro. Like, I never seen anything like that, man.
That's great right
Nah,
there.
that's an experience.
Like what you said, experience, because it also makes you,
that.
because it also makes you think like where you came from.
How far you come?
Exactly.
So
Who would have thought a kid from the Bronx was gonna shake hands with
The Heights,
Mongolian president? The Heights.
From the
Oh,
Heights.
from the
I
Heights.
recognize from the
Yeah,
Heights.
It
It changes occasionally, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know?
So Lou,
You shook hands with the Mongolian president. That's all that matters.
So Lou, before we get this wrapping up, you know, and I want to excuse all the technical difficulties we
It's
can
all
have.
good. It's all good.
But I want to, you know, spoke about a little bit about your journey, you know, about you playing basketball. So I want you to just talk about a little bit what you're doing now. You know, where did this, you know, passion, you know, of coaching, you know,
Where'd it take you?
Mm-hmm.
Coaching, you're running a tournament, summer
you know.
tournament, giving back.
you know, how?
Man, I always been creative, man, like in my own way. Like I always,
Creators run the show.
yeah,
The suits don't get it yet,
yeah. I can,
but creators run the show.
yeah. I always been like that. I always see something and I always find like the good angle to make it look dope.
Mm-hmm.
So I got hurt the last time in Spain. I was in Casa San Juan. I knew I was done. Came back home. So the doctor, he's like, hey, you know, you need surgery again. I'm like, oh hell no. So that's when I gave up. And Kev was back.
Get the surgery?
No, I didn't get the surgery. Kev got mad at me. He said, yo, don't quit. I'm like, Kev, I can't walk, bro. Like, you know, I want to walk when I'm older.
Right.
So then, you know, it goes back to never burning a bridge. I called my college coach, Fran Dunphy. I was like, Coach, you know, I'm done playing. I got a bachelor's degree, travel the world. I want to, what else is out there? He's like, you know, you want to come back to school and get your master's, work, be a graduate.
Did they make you pay?
No.
Ooh,
So,
no debt.
Yeah. So I'm debt free, bro. I'm
With
debt-free.
2 degrees.
2 degrees. 2.
Lit.
2. So,
Education champs, education.
So-
Kids, pay attention.
So you
Pay
moved back
attention.
to Philly,
moved back to Philly for 2 years and got my master's degree, sports business.
Pay
and they
attention.
gave you housing.
Pay attention.
They gave me stipend and you had to figure it out.
Okay.
But the
He
dope-
got it. At the end of the day.
But you wasn't paying for school.
No,
That's
I was
important.
working to go to school
Okay.
Big.
with the team.
Big.
Okay.
So there, like, I learned how to coach. I learned how to cut film. I learned how to work guys out. I learned, you know, the life lessons, how to teach a young man. I learned a lot about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, man, I saw myself in those kids, like when they was going through those processes of like, you know, insecurity, adversity, and I'm like, you know, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy for me to like talk about the situation because I've been through it. The dope thing about it, when I went to grad school, like I fell in love with school. Like I liked this school, but I wasn't in love with it. You know what I'm saying? It was like I know I had to do school to play ball.
Yeah.
Started understanding the concept.
So then, exactly. So my first year, it was like a business class about like I think it was like Adidas and Nike, and like talk about the differences. They both do the same thing, and who has like the bigger market, and you know stuff they do. And right then I fell in love with it. I was like, wow, man, like my mind was so focused on basketball, working out, eating proper, you know, doing yoga, you know, boxing with Kev. It was just so in tune in that you forget about the other things. Like the world's bigger than just shooting the hoops.
Sports, yeah.
So if I didn't have a good game, I took it on my whole family. And like I learned how to separate that. Like, you know, it was tough because like as an athlete, you was like, yo, this is what I want. This is how I'm gonna do it. But
Tunnel vision.
yeah. Then when you back away from it, you're like, damn, I can do this and get that. And you start seeing people like, you know, getting placed, and you're like, wait, he didn't play ball. You know, he wasn't the fastest. He wasn't, you know. So that conversation and that lecture in class like set me up. Because after that, man, every class was like I wanted to go to class because it was like it was sports related.
Yeah.
And
So what was your master's in?
sports business.
Sports business. Okay.
Yeah. So I got a bachelor's degree in marketing, and I got a master's in sports business.
Okay.
So then
Go.
from there, my dad had a little tournament right here. You know, it was for the local people, about 10, 20 teams, and you know, I used my resources to make it what it is now.
Take it to another
Yeah,
level.
yeah, and it's year 4, and we have about 60 teams. And last year, you know, shout out to Fame, and shout out to what was the my man Ojo, Hang Out Podcast, you know, everybody that donated. We did a back to school drive.
Okay.
For the kids in our community, man. When I was growing up, ain't nobody did that for us. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a gratitude that I was able to put a whole team and do something for the community. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a sneaker sponsor?
I had Under Armour the first 2 years, and then that whole Donald Trump thing with with the share, the whole mess up everything.
Yeah.
They kind of backed away from it. For the last 2 years, I've been on my own, man.
Yo, man.
Ain't nothing wrong
No,
with that.
let me call these people to task. Nike, Adidas, Puma, Converse. You trying, but you gotta come correct.
Converse is Nike.
Converse is Nike, but y'all don't know shit about grassroots basketball. Listen, come correct. You got a former Division I athlete here, pro athlete here, galvanizing the community. Culture matters. And we don't just need product, we need a check too.
Big check.
Because it takes money.
It does.
For grassroots initiatives to thrive. It takes money.
It does.
Okay?
Yeah.
So don't come here and just take the culture, the cultural currency, and then run back to your corporation.
No more free promo.
No more free IP.
You hear that?
We need money with product. Okay? The abuse needs to stop. But go ahead.
You know, shout out to my pops.
Shout out to fathers of color who are handling their responsibilities. This is the product. Cultural leaders.
Shout out to my pops, man. Like, you know, when I got done playing, like, and Kev, remember we had this conversation about me going on job interviews, applying on jobs, me hitting people that I thought would help me, but you know, no one helped.
They didn't help. You know why? Because you know too much.
Exactly.
They don't want you to take their job, haters.
So then my dad gave me an opportunity of a lifetime. He gave me something that you know he been trying to do for like 20 years, but he never could have got to that level. He gave me an opportunity to like reform it
Because you had that experience.
I had the experience of playing,
You lived it.
Yeah.
Something that corporations don't do.
So my dad had the mindset from DR to bring it here, where at some time it worked, but now that I have the resources and the people, and people know who I am, it was I wouldn't say easy, but it was
a smooth transition.
It was a smooth transition because in my first 2 years, people they didn't trust it. It was like, Washington Heights, nah, man, I'm cool. You know, I go play. I go. You know what I'm saying? But little by little, you know, with the stuff that I learned in school,
They started trusting
the brand. Like my
Trust the
mindset,
process.
You know, started putting things together. You know, Instagram was a big tool to the success of the tournament. You know, all the sponsors that helped. And you know, for example, there's a couple of kids that played in my tournament that it was kids like 10-year-olds, 12, and I see them in the street like, yo, Lou, you remember me? My mom like, yeah, but
not really.
My mom, yeah, not really. He's like, yeah, I played in the Washington Heights. I'm like, oh, you did? Oh, all right, cool. But it's just like that gratitude is like, yo,
you're a part of a community story.
Exactly. Because everything's changing.
You don't even remember because you just focus on the major goal.
Exactly.
But that was a big piece of that.
Exactly. So, you know, I'm in a way I'm changing lives.
Not in a way, you are.
No, you are.
For example, that thing that we did, the back to school drive, like the deal with Wash Heights, like it was a chance, and I know next year's gonna be big. It was a chance to bring the old heads with the new heads, like the new boys, together in the park. Like that's never been done. You know what I'm saying? And this is my community where like back in the days it was hell walking around here, man. And like just to see that, man, it was dope because everybody that they see each other from me because they've been working, you know, their fathers and
they got family.
Yeah, it was like a day where it was like, man, it was so peaceful up here, man. Like, and again, shout out to Fame, man. Fame, like you know, they came through.
Shout out to Fame,
but I think like 100 burgers, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was like it was dope, and I look forward for that.
Whatever it is.
So
before one thing, we had Edgar here, and you know he touched into an aspect that he touched into a religious aspect, and I know that's kind of tough for a lot of people. But I know you know, being from a Dominican background, that's not so hard for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because religion is a part of you. You know. Or I don't know. I don't know you that personally. So I just want to get your aspect. You know, because we're talking about the community and we're talking about the youth, and I think that plays a big aspect in it, and we don't need to ignore that. So I just want to know your take on how you feel.
So I come from a Catholic household. I went to school, high school Catholic.
Right.
But
you still keep up with it. You still
with time, like I always believe in God. Like God's everything. Man. Everything.
Like, what do you feel that? How do you feel that should apply to someone coming up? You feel that is of importance?
Yeah, you need God. You need God in everything, man. Because without God, man, like you know, nothing would be possible. You know
that's
what
I want. That's what I want to hear.
So before every game, before you know, I even start my tournament, before I even start my day,
you pray.
I say a prayer, man, because like,
I say my prayers in the morning.
No,
yo, bro,
I want to hear. That's what I want to hear,
man. Like,
I want to put that out there.
Because like being an athlete,
these
man,
kids need to hear that.
Yeah,
they
like
gotta hear that.
Before I leave my house, and I pray to God for like all my friends and family, my parents. Like I'm grateful for everybody, man, because like life is short, man. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
We are not promised tomorrow.
My biggest prayer is to stay positive, because I feel like that's the biggest hurdle that you gotta overcome today, because it's so easy to be negative. So I pray every day to just be positive. So I just want to throw that out.
Yeah.
So now, Lou, before we wrap this up,
we need to get you a sponsor though.
We do,
because these corporations be on some fuck.
Hey, I just said we about the. Listen,
sorry.
I wanted to ask, what is your aspiration? What are your goals? You know, for this year. You know, shout out to you for getting that assistant coach job at Monroe.
Yeah.
So man, what are your thoughts on that? Cause that's like,
yeah.
You going from. Where was you at again now?
Ryder.
You was at Ryder. You know, y'all won the conference.
The national team.
And then
Coaching Edgar
and then now you're actually at a
JUCO.
You're at a JUCO. So how you feel, Chan?
So for me, here we go, right? You know, it needs to be said. I go from having all the playing experience, having 2 degrees, speaking 2 languages. I can like really speak, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fluently.
Properly too.
Played around the world.
Facts.
Working at the NBA league office.
Forgot that.
Talk about it.
Coaching the Dominican national team, the youth and the high. Coaching at Ryder, being a grad assistant at Temple. You know, it's tough, man. Coaching is tough, man, because like it's so certain jobs. It's only like a handful of jobs, and everybody wants them. But you know, you gotta keep working. But for me, man, if I had like my goal is to be a general manager of an NBA team. That's like my.
It's gonna happen. I'm prophesying that it's gonna happen.
So you don't necessarily want to be like you want to coach, but you don't see it as your ultimate Luis Guzman, like the NBU coaching. Like you want to
Kev, man, like you know, I'm talented, man. Like and I don't want to talk cocky, but
talk your shit.
I'm creative, man. Like I'm not just one person. Like I'm not just a coach. I can be a coach. I can sell, you know, I can sell sneakers. I can do it all.
You trying some of them fake Jordans?
Exactly. But with every moment, every stop in my life, from like playing to where I'm now, like it taught me something. Like I learned something new about myself. So
that's what it's all about.
The first time when I got hurt, I learned like you know patience.
Right.
My first job, I learned mentorship. Like you know each stop on the way taught me something.
You built a new skill set.
So coaching, I love coaching. I love creating. You know, I'm not to say if I want to be a head coach. Like I would love to be a head coach. You know, but I'm not gonna say that's all. That's my ceiling. You know, I see myself being a general manager of an NBA team. You know
and that's what's gonna happen.
And that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna speak
from your mouth to God's ears. That's what's gonna happen.
And shout out to all like the mentors too that I had, man, throughout the way, throughout my journey, man. Like each person, each man that taught me something new, you know, that catered to me and mentor me when I needed help. Jimmy Salmon, Tony Campbell, my boys from Jersey, Gino and Omari, my boys here, you know, Kev, Gabi. Gabi, wanted to kill him, but he's all good. My boy James, Edgar, Kemba, you know, me and Kemba go way back, so he was like freaking 14 years old, man. But each stop on the way, man, you learn something new. You see a side that you never thought you had. So,
because you tested.
Exactly. So now, any situation that comes my way is like a piece of cake.
Because you've been through worse.
I've been through worse.
You got scars.
Yeah.
Scars build character.
That's what Kev taught me, man. Perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a certain time and a certain situation, and you start to look at things, and that's what perspective is.
That's all it is.
You know what I'm saying? So as you go through life, as long as your perspective can change and you can start to look at things in a different way, you progressing.
This nigga Shaq just hit the Hey Now podcast on your asses, bro. He just gave you boy, he just told you.
Kev, one more thing before we go, man. It's like, Drew, we got time, Drew?
You got the battery's on empty, but you can make it happen, bro.
And this about us Hispanic that we fight. You know, me, Kev, and Drew. We all like first generation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our parents, all they know is hard work and
Facts.
Just survival mentality.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me and Kev's, we were like the first person to go to college.
Mm-hmm. In your family.
Yeah. High school, nigga.
Yeah, me and Kev like, yo, what's the SAT? What's this?
Yeah.
We get to school and like, yo, what's the syllabus?
Yeah.
Like what's like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, our parents taught us like the moral respect and honor, but like the other stuff, like yo,
we had to go seek that. We had to go find that.
So
was fortunate.
it was a struggle because like yo, I can't. My mom is telling me just keep working. I'm like, Mom, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like your dad, be respectful, dad, but at some point you gotta fight back. So shout out to my parents and our parents, man, because like they sacrificed for us to get here, but bro, this shit is a struggle. It's a struggle, man. Like
they struggled a lot for us,
And you think about it, our parents didn't have the money to put us to college. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Mom, let me get $20,000 for school.
Niggas is risking it all.
Yeah, we graduated from college and we're applying for jobs. I'm like, yo, Mom, like, yo, this is frustrating. It's 10 times harder to get a job than get into college.
You know what I don't understand that.
She don't understand that.
Like, what do you have any idea what I went through?
I had to catch myself one time too with my mom's because we was bumping heads with something, and I had to catch myself like, yo, the reason why they don't view certain things about me is because they haven't experienced it.
They work 2-3 jobs.
They haven't seen the stuff that I see, so piggybacking what you're saying, I agree with you on that.
I was telling Kev earlier in the week.
But let's really, in beloved terms, unpack that. It's because their era is different. Like my mother is the same way, but they were willing to work 2-3 jobs for $8, $9, $10 an hour
just to
get by. Whereas us coming up, we seen that there was no. That wasn't a headway. It was no, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That wasn't gonna get shit done. We wasn't taking that.
Because it was exposed to different
things.
And we
you
saw,
know what I'm saying?
And we saw
so it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They didn't understand it, and we were trying to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that little
sacrifice.
sparkle right there, exactly. That little fight right there, even though it had to happen, you know what I'm saying, and that sacrifice or whatever.
Yeah,
however, because some people's, relationship with their parents break over that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Over that little.
And now that I'm older, man, like I see why people are frustrated. I see why people are depressed. I see why people have anxiety attacks.
Yeah,
bro,
exactly.
It's hard, man.
That's what I really want to.
I don't know if you recently seen with my man Will Smith when he did the bungee jump thing.
Yeah. We need to jump out of a plane.
I don't know about all that. I'm good, champ.
Nah.
But he said, life is hard, nigga. Like, this shit is not easy. You feel me? And for
Bro.
us, we don't have that
The outlet.
we don't have that outlet. We also don't have that
Resources.
the manual and the resources because we wasn't privileged to those information.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now, you know, like our generation, we're privileged, you know, to some of those information. And a generation coming before us, they're more
Bro.
privileged, but they're not.
Bro,
using it.
this right here, technology, bro.
Fucked everything up, John.
Nah, it help us if you use it. You gotta use
If
it the
you
right
use
way.
it right way, yeah.
Bro, this has so much information, bro.
Google.
If whatever you want to be,
Google
is in the internet, bro.
But this is the thing. And I agree with you. The technology is the gateway. But you see, without the grind of our era, it's useless.
Yeah.
They're just looking at it as I have it. And I don't really need to work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we came from before it, so we see it and appreciate it. But they're just growing up with it. And again, I think that's the niche that this whole podcast has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's this niche that our whole era has, and I harp on that because we were from before this era. You know what I'm saying? We seen the grind before this, and we see the good in it now as we're using it, but it's something in before that. You know what I'm saying?
I think our kids, when we have, you know, I don't know.
I think
Our kids gonna benefit from the sacrifice that our parents made, that the fight that we went through, you know, as the young, like the next people up. You know what I'm saying? So our kids, like for example, when our kids say, "Hey, Dad, what's a mutual fund? What's what's real estate?
Stock options.
You know what I'm saying?" So now we're like,
we'll
"Yo,
be able to have
what's
those conversations.
401k? What is
instead of renting, you know,
let's own.
Let's own." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like those resources that we didn't have, now we have. So it's up to us
to take it to the next level.
Yep, you're right.
So,
Champ, appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
Love
bro.
Love,
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all doing good
We
things.
had a good conversation.
Ghouls, man.
Excuse the little back and forth that we had.
We need get this man a shoe sponsor.
Shout out to Drew, Fame NYC, Luis Goose, Hey Now Podcast, conversation with a bunch of nobodies. Shaq.
Shout outs to Gabby. He has to skip out a little early.
Gabby, hopefully he's gonna throw up,
Shout
man.
out to his daughter.
And we are, happy belated to his daughter. Happy belated to my man Kashif Pratt.
Happy birthday to my older brother too, man.
Oh yeah.
R.I.P. Eric Kwame
too. He's right here.
Big baby. I said I float like a butterfly, I sting like a bee. I've been having conversations with a bunch of nobodies, and you could tell them what's the topic, they gon' talk about it. And they hit from every angle, swings just like E Honda. My team steady winning, with no championships. You like Wesley Johnson when I handle a shit.